I'm Christy Hartman. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do some tropical gel printing using a combination of opaque and transparent paint colors. We're going to use this stencil, which is a stencil by Rhonda Dohna from TM Artist Studio, and this is called Aloha Mahalo. This is the big one, the 9x12. We're going to begin by using a layer of opaque paint over the top of layers of transparent paint. We'll finish it off with a pull of either an opaque paint or a transparent paint. .357 PBO. This layer, we're going to use this iridescent green from PBO. Pull that off. Yes, that's going to look really pretty. Okay, we're going to put green gold over the top of this. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. And because we put the opaque paint down first, we're able to do this. We're going to pull this one with indigo, and it may obliterate some of these lighter colors. We'll see. That's actually going to be very interesting. Hopefully it pulls up. Let's put this stencil back on here in a different location than we did before, just so things are slightly offset. Is going to be translucent. We're going to do this PBO fluorescent orange. And let's turn this over. Oh, already looks really cool. We're going to go another layer on this before we pull it, and we're going to use alizarin crimson, and this is a PBO. Let's flip this over, see what we're going to get. I think that's going to work. We're going to pull this one with purple, and this is an opaque paint. We started with opaque, we had 2 layers of transparent, now we're going to finish with opaque. I think that's going to be really pretty. All right, we'll let this sit. I'll come back when it's dry. I like how the orange went a little bit brown. I think that was a success. .357 PBO. Okay, let's pull this off, and we'll let that dry. Our third layer is going to be this violet blue iridescent. We'll let that dry. Let's pull this one with gold. Oh, I love this one. Some of my favorite colors. Here are our finished prints. This is the first print we completed. Our top layer was teal. Finished it up with some iridescence as well as, I think, the open to pull this one. This one we began with a layer of Naples yellow, added into it some orange, pulled this one with the PBO violet, and of course the violet turned the orange a little bit of a brown color, but I'm not opposed to that. This one I think is my favorite. Started with a dark layer of Prussian, which was my opaque layer, went on to 2 layers of iridescent, and then I pulled it with the gold. This print tends to be a little bit flatter. This one looks flatter to me because I use this opaque paint to pull it with. Now, had I used something that had a little more luminosity, I might not feel that it looks flat. I still like this print. It's just a difference in using a paint that has a more luminous quality to it as versus a paint that's flatter. And then I did a couple experiments using the same technique, the same paint colors that you have seen in this entire video. But I started with the violet from PBO and then added 2 iridescent layers, pulled this one with the open gold. Again, I think it has a little bit more luminosity to it, and a lot of that is because of the gold final pull. This one started with Naples yellow, put 2 iridescent layers in here. I put the pink, and I believe there's an orange in here. And then I pulled this one with the open Prussian blue. And it actually does not have the luminous quality that the gold does. It tends to look a little bit flatter like this one. I just think it's interesting, which makes perfect sense, that an iridescent paint is going to give a more luminous quality to your print than a flat paint is. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave me a comment. I always love to hear from you, and I'll see you in my next video.